everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kirsten and today I'm finally doing my Q&A video for when I reach 2k subscribers, and then I also hit 2k on Instagram. I'm sorry, what? Oh. Yeah, so I may have left this a little late. Woo! I have a balloon! Ignore the fact that it says Steve and Teresa 10th wedding anniversary and just pretend that it says congratulations on stuff. Let's go! So first of all, I'm going to go through the questions that people asked me on Instagram, just because I have that here and it's just easier to go through. From Mike_Richie says, does chocolate belong in the cupboard or the fridge? So I personally like to put chocolate in the cupboard because I hate when you've got like a nice bar of chocolate. My favorite bar of chocolate, it's basically like a triple layer chocolate. I'll put a picture up now so that you can see it, and it's my favorite chocolate ever. I first discovered it in a Milka version when I was on holiday, and it is so nice. If you put your chocolate in the fridge, it is so difficult to try and bite. Like, you have to kind of suck on it, and I'm just not one of those people that likes to suck on chocolate. I like to eat my chocolate and devour it as much as I can. So yes, chocolate belongs in the cupboard. The next one is from Count.bt, which says, what other hobbies besides gaming do you enjoy? Now, I think I had this question in my last Q&A video, but I'll let you guys know anyway. So I like to model, I like to draw, I like to do photo manipulation on Photoshop, I do editing, I like to make films. I'm trying to kind of get back into filmmaking, but with the current situation that we're in, it's very difficult because I feel like I might get told off for like trying to do like a little mini movie while I'm walking around, because it's technically not like part of my exercise. Coffins said, I would love some longer videos if possible. The thing is, as much as I would love to upload longer videos for you guys, unfortunately with the YouTube algorithm and all that sort of stuff, it just doesn't work. There will be other videos I upload which are longer, and if I do know that it's going to be a long video or a long gameplay, then I'll try and do it live, because it's just more enjoyable for me, it's more enjoyable for you guys because we can interact. So there will be longer videos, but I'll try and make them live streams instead. Adam JMCUK says, cosplay videos. I think because I've done like a couple of cosplay pictures, people assume that I do it a lot, and I actually don't. I like to dabble in cosplay. I do like cosplays, and I like to cosplay characters that I really enjoy. Yeah, probably won't be doing cosplay videos, sorry. Mangela says, what was the first console and game that you played? So I actually got asked this recently, and the very first console that I played was the Sega Game Gear, and it was the Sonic game. The BDA show says, would you ever do an entire video in an American accent? I mean, I could do an entire video in an American accent if you really wanted me to. I just don't really want to, so sorry. What is your all-time favorite film by TSSC28? My all-time favorite film is, I really love The Abyss, James Cameron's Abyss. It was one of those films I have watched so many times now that I could probably recite it. Shawshank Redemption is another one that I really love. So I'd say it's probably those two. Okay, Dimeski with 2 X's says, you've been given the outsider's mark, what power would you want to be able to use? I think the one where you can kind of freeze time for just a little bit, and like you can kind of like move that a little bit like further as you get stronger. I would love to be able to freeze time, because not only is there certain moments that you just really want to just sit there and really take in. Yeah, I just run out of time, so be able to freeze time and be able to actually get stuff done so I could do more stuff would be really good. So Stubby Lake says, favorite video game soundtrack. I think it would be between Bioshock. Actually, no, it would definitely be Bioshock, because Bioshock just has an incredible soundtrack. So I absolutely love the Bioshock soundtrack, but I do really enjoy the Resident Evil soundtrack as well. But Bioshock is definitely my favorite. Favorite video game says MJ Watt 91, Dishonored and Bioshock. I can't choose between the two. Cal Elika says, how's it all going? It's all going good, buddy. Alex Hunter says, have you ever played a video game on easy mode? Yes, many times. I'm actually playing The Last of Us 2 on easy mode because I knew it had a good story, and I wanted to be able to experience the story all the way through on an easy difficulty and not constantly being killed over and over again, which has still happened. So I had one call from Christy Jans Brazicki. I've probably completely butchered that name, saying, will you record The Last of Us, and if they announce a new Bioshock, what would be your reaction? So I have recorded The Last of Us Part 2 on my channel, so you can go and watch that now. It was super, super cool. I almost cried at one point, and not for the reason that you think. It's because I saw a little baby and I just freaked out. And if they did release a new Bioshock, my reaction would just be, I think I would actually cry or wet myself or both. So now I'm going to head over to Twitter. I think I had some questions from people on there too. And on Twitter, I've just hit 3,306 subscribers, which is really, really cool. Jay Alexander says, what's the best takeaway pizza? Pizza Hut, because I just prefer the way their pizza tastes. Where we used to live, there was a local Pizza Hut place, not a Pizza Hut place, a local pizza place, and they made the best pizza. They were called Pizza Nonna, and honestly, they did the best pizza I've ever had in my life. And then out of the blue, they shut down, and apparently it was because of some like really bad health rating, which we were completely unaware of, and we never got like food poisoning or sick or anything from it. So it was like a complete shock, because we were like, no, our favorite pizza place is closed down, and then we were like, oh, thank God they closed down. Oh, that's bad. Coach Marv says, what do you find most challenging about content creation, and vice versa? What do you find most rewarding? The hardest part about creating content is just trying to find the time to do it. It's just incredibly difficult to try and get the content created and edited and then uploaded or scheduled in time so that you guys constantly have stuff to watch from me. But what's most rewarding is when I finally get it uploaded and I see the reactions from people and I see the comments and like just all of the support that I get from you all. I've recently just started doing live streams. I did my first one the other day and it was so much fun. Like, I was beaming afterwards. It was just, I had such a fun time. I basically didn't even play any of the game, but I just get so much support from you guys and so many questions, and you're just all so friendly and lovely, and I think that's the most rewarding thing, is seeing these, you know, subscribers and follows just constantly building up and being like, whoa, this is crazy, like this is a bit overwhelming, but then I get all these lovely messages from you people and all these lovely comments, and it just makes everything worthwhile, as scary and challenging as it may be. It's super worth it, because I'm doing something that I love and I get to do stuff with you guys, and it's just super fun, and I love that. So Jake Levis says, if you had the Force, would you align with the Jedi or the Sith? I probably definitely would end up being on the dark side. And my Sith name would have to be Darth Kirkius, and I would have a bright double-ended lightsaber, and it would be pink and green. So if anyone wants to create fan art of that, go ahead now and tag me on Instagram and Twitter, because I would like to see that. That would be really cool, actually. If you could live in one video game world, where would it be and why? Which is from Fernando Carabello. So I think a world that I would definitely like to live in is something like Pokemon, where everything just seems fun and bright and cheery, and you have all of these awesome, beautiful creatures, and you get to have those, and they get to be your little companions, and that would just be super, super cool. I feel like I'd be very good at it, and yeah, it just seems like a fun, cute place to live. It's definitely way, way better than what's going on in the world now. If you could have any old game remade, what would it be and why? No One Lives Forever is a brilliant game. I'm definitely going to have to try and play it on this channel. Whether people want to watch it or not, I need to get it out there. It is such a fun game. It's basically it's set in like the 60s and 70s, where it's all like hippies and stuff, but it's like almost like Austin Powers, but as if it was female, and maybe a little bit more sinister, but not quite. And you basically have to take out an evil corporation called Harm, and you play as a female agent called Kate Archer, and she just has all these awesome like weapons, where she has like a little robotic kitty that you can place down, and it turns out to be a bomb, so if people get too close, it goes meow, and then goes towards them and explodes. There's like a lipstick, which is a camera. There's a little like pocket mirror, which turns out to be a decoding device. It's just got super, super cool weapons and gadgets, and the stories are just brilliant. So if they ever remade No One Lives Forever, did No One Lives Forever 3, that'd be fantastic. Clearly it's just never gonna happen. That weasel-mouthed diva said, is there one recent horror movie that surprised you by how good it was? Also, was there one that you expected to be great that ended up disappointing you? I mean, I loved Hereditary. I thought that was incredible. It kind of came out of the blue. But one that did also really surprise me was Midsummer. I was really excited for it because I thought it looked very interesting, but it didn't really give too much away in the trailers. Yeah, as much as I was a little bit confused by the ending, but Ari Aster's movies kind of make you confused anyway. So they're two that I absolutely really, really loved, and they really surprised me with how good they were, because I felt like they just kind of came out of the blue. I tend to have quite good judgment when it comes to horror films. I can kind of watch a trailer and be like, I know that's going to be good, or if I'm intrigued by it, then I know it's going to be fairly decent. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Yak Noodle, the official channel. Marmite, yes or no? Yes. Hell, you freaking yeah. If you don't like Marmite, you're a crazy person. And coffee or tea? So coffee, 100%. I'm a bit of a coffee snob. I like to have fresh coffee. But yeah, I really don't understand tea. I've tried so hard. I've tried to force myself to like it, and I don't. Xbox or PlayStation, and why? I like both of them. As the actual physical console goes, I prefer the Xbox simply because it's quieter. Actual gameplay wise, I feel like Sony really has some good games, and they're definitely from what I've seen, especially with like The Last of Us 2 as well. So I really hope that the PlayStation 5 is more ventilated so that we can play these games and stream these games, and we're not having to be like, oh, sorry for that sound of what sounds like a friggin' motorbike coming up behind the microphone here, but that's the PlayStation trying to basically just function. Danny Dank said, can you play Overwatch? No. Nicola Bianchini? Very nice. Says, favourite band? I don't have one. I just listen to things that I enjoy. So that can be anything from K-pop to like death metal. Like, it doesn't bother me who it is. If I hear a song and I enjoy it, I'm like, oh, who's that? And then I'll just download a few more of their songs. Last person, Stephen Jones, it says, who are your favourite YouTubers? I've been watching a lot of Danny Gonzalez and Drew Gooden recently. I find them really, really funny. I also love Call Me Kevin because he's really funny. I really enjoy Kevin for basically just being himself and playing games that he wants to play and things that he enjoys and that are silly, and just doing what makes him happy instead of trying to appeal to everyone and being like, oh, I have to play this because this is popular and this is new and this is the only way that people are going to watch it, because people watch him because he's funny and he's lovable. And I hope that's what people do with me as well, is that they will just watch me play anything and sort of do anything because they just enjoy me as a person, and it's not just down to like, oh, well, I don't want to watch you, I don't want to, you know, I'm not going to subscribe to your channel, or I'm going to unsubscribe because you've played one game that I don't like. But hopefully you guys aren't like that, which you don't seem to be. Everyone seems to be so lovely, and that is the end of our questions. So thank you guys all so much. You guys have no idea how much it means to me. This is something that I absolutely love to do, and when it comes to YouTube, this is something that I'm trying to kind of get my heart into, because I love doing it. I love creating all sorts of things, whether that's videos or artwork or movies or anything like that. It's just something, YouTube is something that I've been part of for a long, long time, and it's only just started to kind of kick off for me, I guess, and it just makes me so happy to have that feedback from you guys and see these subscribers and followers build up, because it shows that what I'm doing is actually meaningful to some people and that people are actually enjoying it. I really, really appreciate it. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. But there we go. That is it. If you haven't already, you can follow me on Instagram at Kirsten Ria. If any of you guys have come from Instagram over to here, welcome to my channel. You can subscribe down there, as well as clicking that bell to be notified of any new videos that are coming your way. I'm doing more live streams now. I'm trying to get into a schedule of doing live streams every Friday, which is usually my Freaky Friday. So I either upload a horror video or I'll be live streaming a horror game. But I will be letting you guys know on Twitter, Instagram, which days I will be live streaming, so make sure you follow me on both of those at Kirsten Ria so that you are aware of what is going on. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you all so much for your questions. I really look forward to getting to the next one, so yeah, help me get to that next chapter so that we can do another Q&A video. So I think we'll do another Q&A when I get to 5,000 subs on YouTube and 10,000 on Instagram, because it's nice to mix those two together, I think. Thank you all so much for all your lovely questions, but for now I'll have to bid thee farewell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!